The notification sound echoed through Tyler Brooks's Austin apartment at 3 in the morning. Then another, a cascade of alerts that pulled him from sleep like a fire alarm. His phone blazed with notifications from TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, comments, shares, mentions cascading faster than he could process. Connor stirred beside him, squinting at the blue glow cutting through their bedroom darkness. "What the hell is happening?" Connor mumbled. Tyler scrolled frantically until he found the source. A 15-second TikTok clip titled "Roommates or Boyfriends, You Decide." 2 million views and climbing. Tyler's stomach dropped. It was them, from 15 years ago. The clip showed two young men in the back of a yellow cab, answering trivia questions on Cash Cab. The audio was painfully clear. The host's voice boomed, "So how do you two know each other?" Tyler watched his 19-year-old self glance nervously at Connor. "We're roommates," he said quickly. "Just roommates. College roommates." The TikTok creator had zoomed in on their faces, highlighting every micro-expression. Connor's jaw tensing, Tyler's hand inching closer, then pulling back like he'd touched fire. The way they both looked anywhere except at each other. Comments exploded with theories. "Where are they now? Someone find them. I need to know if they're still together." Connor sat up, running hands through his hair. That was supposed to be buried forever. Tyler kept scrolling, heart hammering. The show aired in late 2009 when marriage equality was a distant dream, when holding hands in public felt revolutionary and dangerous. They'd won $300 that day, spent it on groceries and textbooks. But Tyler remembered more than money, the producer pulling them aside, suggesting they keep things simple for the family audience. Connor's disappointment when Tyler introduced him as just a roommate, the silence on the ride home, thick with everything they couldn't say on camera. Now the truth was spreading like wildfire. Tyler read comment after comment from young LGBTQ viewers, seeing themselves in that nervous energy, that careful distance, that love hiding in plain sight. "My boyfriend and I used to do this too. Had to call each other friends for years." Another, "The way they look at each other, though, that's not roommate energy." Connor leaned over, expression softening. "Look at us," he whispered, pointing to their younger selves. "We were babies. Scared babies trying so hard to be normal." Tyler's throat tightened. "We couldn't even say boyfriend on television. Now kids come out on TikTok every day." The video kept climbing. 3 million views, 4 million. Comments from around the world. People sharing stories of hidden love. Relationships that started in whispers and shadows. Tyler found one that made his chest ache from Rainbow Mom 47. "My son is about to come out to his family. Seeing your love survive gives me hope." That's when Tyler made the decision that would change everything. He looked at Connor, the same gentle brown eyes he'd fallen for in their University of Texas dorm room, now lined with laugh lines and morning stubble. What if we told them the whole story? Everything, the fights, fear, hospitals. Wedding at Lady Bird Lake. Connor was quiet, then smiled slowly. From hiding our love to sharing our story. Some journeys take 15 years, but every day was worth it. Tyler's thumb hovered over the reply button, ready to tell the world who they really were. "Are you sure?" Tyler asked. Connor reached for his hand, fingers intertwining like they should have on that Cash Cab years ago. "We've been hiding long enough. Let's show them what 15 years of love looks like." Tyler hit reply. "Hi everyone, we're Tyler and Connor. And yes, we were never just roommates. Here's our story." The response was overwhelming. Comments flooded from couples who'd lived similar stories. Parents seeking understanding, young people finding courage. This was just the beginning. Hard stories, where every heartbeat finds its voice, and every silence speaks its deepest truth. Perry Castaneda Library at University of Texas felt like cathedral that September evening in 2008. Tyler Brooks pushed through heavy doors, camera equipment over shoulder, running late for Cinema Studies Club. He'd been avoiding clubs, content editing films alone, but Professor insisted, "You can't make movies about human connection if you avoid actual humans." Meeting was underway in basement. Tyler slipped in quietly, finding empty chair near back. That's when he saw him. Connor Mitchell sat 2 rows ahead, taking notes with focused intensity, auburn hair catching fluorescent light, shoulders relaxed with confidence Tyler never possessed. When Connor turned to whisper something, Tyler caught warm brown eyes and easy smile. Tyler realized he was gay sophomore year of high school but never acted on it. Growing up in small-town Texas meant keeping truths buried deep. Parents weren't cruel, just traditional in ways that made discussing feelings impossible. College was supposed to be different. Anonymous, safe, but watching Connor laugh at someone's Citizen Kane joke, Tyler felt anything but safe. After meeting, Tyler lingered, pretending to organize camera gear while watching Connor stack chairs. Connor moved with easy confidence, comfortable in his skin. When Connor headed for door, Tyler's feet moved without permission. "Hey," Tyler called out, voice cracking. Connor turned, eyebrows raised. "I'm Tyler. You mentioned documentary work. I've got equipment if you want to collaborate." Connor's face lit up with genuine interest. "Really, I've been dying to work on something real. I'm Connor, elementary education major, but film is my passion." They walked out together, conversation flowing easier than Tyler imagined. Connor talked about teaching during day, making social justice documentaries at night. Tyler shared his plan to move to Austin after graduation, definitely avoid hometown. What started as walk to Connor's dorm became coffee at 24-hour Kinko's, became sitting on tower steps until campus security moved them at 2 in the morning. Tyler learned Connor grew up in San Antonio. Parents were high school sweethearts. 2 younger sisters called every Sunday. Connor learned Tyler was only child. Father sold insurance. Camera was grandmother's gift. They didn't talk about being gay first night, or second, or third. Instead, they met at library every Tuesday and Thursday, working on documentary about campus food insecurity. Tyler handled technical aspects while Connor interviewed students with natural empathy. They developed their rhythm, inside jokes, ways of communicating through glances across crowded rooms. Confession happened 6 weeks later during Austin City Limits Festival. They'd snuck in with press passes. Connor charmed from journalism student, filming crowd reactions and artist interviews. As sun set during Radiohead's set, Tyler found himself standing closer to Connor than necessary, shoulders touching in packed crowd. "I've never told anyone this," Connor said suddenly, voice barely audible over music. Tyler's heart hammered. Connor's eyes stayed fixed on stage, but his hand found Tyler's in darkness. "I'm gay," Connor said. "Have been since 14. Just in case that matters." Tyler's relief was overwhelming. "It matters," Tyler said, squeezing Connor's hand. "It matters because I am too." That night, they walked back holding hands for first time, stopping every few blocks to kiss under streetlights, like teenagers discovering what love could feel like. They spent rest of freshman year learning each other, building a relationship in college's safe bubble where they could be roommates without anyone asking questions. By time Cash Cab filmed them that December, they'd been together 8 months but couldn't say it out loud to strangers. World felt fragile, their love too new to risk shattering with others' opinions. So they sat calling each other roommates while hands titched secret messages under camera's view. Sometimes strongest foundations are laid in whispers, growing stronger every time 2 hearts choose truth over fear. Graduation day at University of Texas came with cap, gown, and crushing reality. Tyler's parents sat in 3rd row, polite smiles masking disappointment. Connor's family filled half row, sisters holding homemade signs with inside jokes Tyler didn't understand. The divide felt oceanic. Tyler had avoided coming out conversation for 4 years, deflecting questions about girlfriends with vague mentions of being focused on studies. But as they walked across stage together, diplomas in hand, Connor whispered the question that changed everything. "When are we going to stop pretending we're just roommates?" Answer came sooner than expected. Tyler's father cornered him after ceremony, voice low and controlled. "We need to discuss your living arrangements. Connor seems nice, but it's time to grow up." There are expectations, family expectations. The insurance agency needs fresh blood, someone dependable, someone normal. That night in their shared apartment, Tyler sat on the second-hand couch, head in hands. Connor paced by a window overlooking Austin's skyline they'd grown to love. "We could stay," Connor said quietly. "Find jobs here, build something together." But Tyler knew his father's words carried weight beyond disappointment. College tuition, car payments, health insurance, all tied to strings Tyler hadn't realized were there. Compromise felt like betrayal wrapped in practicality. Tyler would return home for a year, work at family agency, prove himself responsible. Connor would take teaching position in San Antonio, 2 hours away. They could visit weekends, make it work temporarily. Temporary became year, then 2. Phone calls replaced touches. Weekend visits became monthly visits, became holiday obligations, where Connor slept in guest room. Tyler's hometown felt smaller each day, pressing against his chest like shrinking box. At insurance office, he sat behind metal desk, processing claims and avoiding conversations about settling down with nice girl. His coworkers made jokes about bachelor lifestyle, recommendations for church singles groups. Tyler smiled and deflected, dying little more each day. Connor's world in San Antonio bloomed in ways that made Tyler ache with jealousy and pride. His elementary students adored him. Parents requested him specifically. He joined community center, started weekend film program for at-risk youth. His social media showed barbecues with fellow teachers, hiking trips, life growing around Connor-shaped hole Tyler had carved in his own existence. Breaking point came during Tyler's 23rd birthday. His parents threw a party at country club, inviting every eligible daughter in town. Tyler endured introductions, polite conversations about future plans, subtle questions about romantic interests. When his mother cornered him near bathroom, her voice carried weight of years of careful silence. "Henderson girl is lovely," she said, adjusting his tie like he was 12. "Medical school, comes from good family. It's time you started thinking seriously about your future, about our legacy." Tyler felt something snap inside his chest, small and sharp like wishbone breaking. 3 days later, Tyler quit his job. He packed everything into Honda Civic, left letter on parents' kitchen table, drove straight to San Antonio. Connor opened apartment door to find Tyler standing in hallway, suitcase in one hand, tears streaming down face. "I can't pretend anymore." Tyler whispered, "I can't keep living someone else's life." Connor's apartment was small, barely big enough for one person, but they made it work. Tyler slept on couch for 2 weeks while searching for jobs in Austin. Connor drove him to interviews, made coffee at 4 in the morning when Tyler couldn't sleep, held him when panic attacks hit in middle of night. Tyler's parents cut him off completely. No more health insurance. No more car payments. No more safety net. His father's final phone call was brief and brutal. "You've made your choice, Tyler. Don't expect us to support it." Dial tone felt like doors slamming shut on everything Tyler had ever known. But freedom has its own weight. Lighter than chains, but heavier than expected. Tyler found work at a small production company in Austin, editing corporate videos and wedding films while Connor commuted from San Antonio. They scripted and saved every dollar, dreaming of day they could afford their own place together. Apartment they finally rented in East Austin was converted duplex with thin walls and kitchen size of closet. But it was theirs. Connor hung diplomas side by side on living room wall. Tyler set up editing equipment in bedroom corner. They cooked dinner together every night, talking about days, planning weekend adventures, building life they'd imagined in whispered conversations years earlier. Love isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet persistence, showing up for each other when world insists you don't belong. Sometimes courage means choosing truth over comfort, building from broken pieces. Phone call came Tuesday morning in March 2018. Connor had been complaining about fatigue for weeks, blaming late nights grading papers and stress of planning school's first diversity week. But when swollen lymph nodes appeared on his neck, Tyler insisted on doctor visit that changed everything. Tyler was editing wedding video when phone buzzed with Connor's name. He almost let it go to voicemail, assuming Connor was calling from lunch break to complain about cafeteria duty or share a funny story from classroom. Instead, he answered to silence, then sound of Connor crying in a way Tyler had never heard before. Diagnosis was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 2, caught early but aggressive enough to require immediate treatment. Connor sat in our oncologist's office at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Tyler's hand gripping his while Dr. Martinez explained chemotherapy protocols, survival rates, side effects that read like medical dictionary of everything they'd never wanted to know. Tyler's first instinct was to fix everything, to research treatment centers and second opinions until laptop overheated from too many browser tabs. Connor's first instinct was to protect Tyler from weight of it, suggesting maybe Tyler should go back to Austin while Connor stayed with his sister in Houston for treatment. Fight that followed was their biggest in 10 years together. Not screaming or slamming doors, but quiet kind of argument that cuts deeper than raised voices. Tyler accused Connor of trying to push him away when he needed support most. Connor accused Tyler of treating his cancer like video project that could be edited into happy ending. They both cried in hotel room that night, holding each other on narrow bed while sirens wailed outside window and air conditioning unit rattled against wall. In morning, Tyler quit his job with 2 weeks' notice. Connor took leave of absence from teaching. They moved into Connor's sister Maria's spare bedroom in Houston, 3 blocks from medical center that would become their second home for next 6 months. Chemotherapy was nothing like movies. Connor didn't lose hair dramatically in one shower scene. Instead, it fell out gradually, strand by strand on pillow, in bathroom sink, clinging to Tyler's sweaters after they hugged. Tyler learned to clean shower drain twice daily and bought soft cotton caps in colors that matched Connor's eyes. Worst part wasn't nausea or exhaustion or way Connor's appetite disappeared for weeks at a time. Worst part was watching Connor disappear inside himself, becoming quiet in ways that had nothing to do with physical weakness. He stopped making jokes about Tyler's terrible cooking, stopped humming while grading papers, stopped reaching for Tyler's hand during movies. Tyler found work freelancing for Houston production company, editing corporate videos from Maria's dining room table while Connor slept through afternoon heat. Money was irregular. Health insurance was constant worry, and Tyler's savings account dwindled towards zero. But none of that mattered compared to morning. Connor woke up and couldn't remember Tyler's middle name. Chemo brain, nurse explained. Temporary side effect that usually resolved after treatment ended. But for 3 terrifying weeks, Tyler watched Connor struggle with memory gaps and word confusion, reaching for thoughts that seemed to float just beyond his grasp. Tyler started leaving notes around house. Simple reminders. Your name is Connor. You're a teacher. Tyler loves you. You're going to be okay. Remission news came on Friday in September. Doctor? Martinez smiled for first time since they'd met her, explaining that Connor's latest scans showed no evidence of disease, that blood work looked normal, that they could start planning for future again. Connor cried with relief. Tyler cried with exhaustion. And Maria cried because she'd been holding her breath for 6 months. That night, Tyler took Connor to Herman Park, same place they'd walked during Connor's first round of chemo when he was still strong enough for gentle exercise. They sat by lake watching ducks paddle in circles, sharing bag of stale bread Connor had smuggled from Maria's kitchen. Texas sunset painted everything golden. Water, trees. Connor's face finally showing something besides worry. I want to marry you, Tyler said suddenly, words falling out before he'd planned them. Connor looked up from feeding ducks, eyebrows raised in surprise. Not because you're sick, Tyler continued quickly. Not because I'm scared of losing you, though I am, because I want to choose you every day for the rest of my life, whatever that looks like. Connor was quiet for so long, Tyler worried he'd misread everything, that 6 months of crisis had changed something fundamental between them. Then Connor smiled, first real smile Tyler had seen since diagnosis, and pulled small velvet box from jacket pocket. "I was waiting for you to feel strong enough," Connor said, "but I've been carrying this around since Houston." They married following April at Mayfield Park in Austin, surrounded by peacocks and friends who'd become family during hardest year. Love isn't about perfect timing. It's about showing up every day for whatever comes next, choosing each other through life's uncertainties. 7 years later, Tyler Brooks sits in same Austin apartment where their viral journey began. But everything has changed. Connor grades papers at kitchen table they built together from reclaimed wood, wedding ring catching morning light through windows they painted yellow after his hair grew back curly from chemo. Cancer is 5 years behind them now, marked only by quarterly checkups and gratitude that colors every ordinary Tuesday. Their production company, Stories Worth Telling, has grown beyond wedding videos into documentary work that matters. Tyler's latest film follows LGBTQ youth aging out of foster care, while Connor develops inclusive curriculum for Austin Independent School District. Work pays bills and feeds their souls. Two goals they'd learned to hold in equal importance during lean years. TikTok notification that started this whole chapter still makes them laugh. Tyler's response video, posted 3 days after original went viral, has been viewed 47 million times. Comment section became virtual pride parade, filled with couples sharing their own hidden love stories, parents learning to understand their children, young people finding courage in Tyler and Connor's journey from roommates to soulmates. Impact surprised them both. Messages arrived daily from teenagers in small towns who felt less alone, from parents reconciling with estranged children, from couples celebrating anniversaries they'd never thought they'd see. Tyler started reading them aloud over morning coffee, Connor wiping away tears at a breakfast table when message hit particularly close to home. One email changed everything. It came from Jamie Chen, 17-year-old in rural Montana whose parents had kicked him out after finding gay poetry in his backpack. He'd been living in his car, watching Tyler and Connor's story on repeat for comfort, until teacher helped him apply for college scholarships. Now he was heading to University of Texas in fall, planning to study film and education. Could he maybe grab coffee when he arrived in Austin? That coffee turned into regular dinners, then holiday celebrations, then Jamie calling Connor dad in graduation speech 2 years later. By then, their chosen family had grown to include 3 other young people who'd found their way to Tyler and Connor's kitchen table through various combinations of rejection, resilience, and strange magnetism of people who understand what it means to rebuild life around love instead of fear. House they bought in South Austin reflects this expansion. 6 bedrooms, enough space for their extended family to come and go. Recording studio and converted garage where Tyler edits documentaries about queer elders and Connor records educational podcasts about inclusive teaching. Living room walls display framed photos from all weddings they've attended as surrogate parents, all graduations they've cheered from front rows. Tyler's parents attended Connor's 40th birthday party last month, event that would have seemed impossible 15 years ago. His mother brought homemade cake and asked Connor for banana bread recipe. His father helped Tyler set up sound system, asking questions about documentary Tyler was editing about LGBTQ veterans. Reconciliation had been slow, measured in holiday cards and gradually warming phone calls. But it was real. Connor's students know they can come to him with questions their parents won't answer, problems their churches won't address. His classroom has become unofficial safe space at an elementary school, decorated with rainbow flags and books featuring diverse families. 3 school board meetings later, Connor's approach has been formally adopted district-wide. Change happens one conversation at a time. Scholarship fund. They started with leftover wedding money has grown into full foundation, supporting LGBTQ youth pursuing education and arts programs. Tyler uses filmmaker skills to create fundraising videos that feel like invitations to join community that believes in second chances and chosen families. Saturday morning finds them at farmers market. Same routine they've maintained for 8 years now. Connor buys flowers for kitchen table while Tyler selects vegetables for their weekly dinner with extended family. They run into former students, current neighbors, fellow business owners who've become friends. Austin has embraced them as much as they've embraced Austin. That evening, as they cook dinner for 7 people who call their house home in various ways, Tyler watches Connor explain fractions to Jamie's younger sister while simultaneously helping Marcus plan his wedding next spring. This is what they'd been building toward without knowing it. Not just their own love story, but place where other people's love stories could unfold safely. Later, after dishes are cleared and homework is helped and goodnight hugs are distributed, Tyler and Connor sit on their back porch watching fireflies emerge in their garden. Connor reaches for Tyler's hand. Same gesture that had been too dangerous on that cash cab 15 years ago, now natural as breathing. "Do you think we'll still be doing this when we're 70? Connor asks, gesturing toward house full of chosen family. Tyler considers questions seriously, imagining their future selves as mentors to even more young people, as grandparents to children who might call them by chosen names rather than biological titles. "I hope so," Tyler answers, watching teenager through kitchen window, washing dishes and laughing at something on phone. "I hope we're still opening doors for people who need somewhere to belong." Love wins not because it's easy or guaranteed, but because people keep choosing it. Keep building spaces where it can flourish. Keep telling stories that help others believe in their own possibility for happiness. How many lives have you touched simply by being brave enough to love openly? Your story matters more than you know. If Tyler and Connor's journey reminded you of your own courage, share this story with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Heart Stories, where every ending is really just a beautiful beginning, and every love story has the power to change the world.